Truman Talks Law on Great Day Live is sponsored by the Carl Truman Law Office.
Warmer weather means time relaxing by the water or in the water, but you cannot let your guard down completely.
Attorney Carl Truman with some advice for swimmers and boaters alike. Good to see you, Carl, as always.
Morning. Thank you.
Happy almost summertime, and there are people they're cracking to get out on the water somewhere. Are you a boater?
Yes, we enjoy boating and sailing, and as you know, one of the things that I try to promote as an attorney is not just what happens after someone gets hurt in coming to see me. It's prevention and safety awareness and education of the public, and that's what I was going to talk about today is, being aware since boating season is coming up soon, to start being aware about some of the safety issues about boating, and particularly some of the dangers of swimming around a dock in a marina when there's boats there.
Yeah, because we do have a lot of lakes around here, and we have had some tragic cases of people getting seriously hurt or worse. And so one thing you talk about is electrical shock, something that you have to be aware of when you're in the water. I'm not sure how that happens or how you can prevent that.
Yes, it's something that a lot of people aren't aware of, but it is a problem, and sometimes they're referred to as mystery drownings because someone drowns in the water and you're really not sure of why. And what happens is that, what can happen is that at the marina, if there's an electrical fault or some electrical short with a boat, it can actually cause an electrical current in the water, and if you're swimming in the water, it can paralyze you and cause you to drown. And that's one of the reasons not to swim around boats and to be aware of your surroundings and what's going on at the marina.
You're talking about docks that have fixed wiring and so
yes,
forth.
when the boats are plugged into the shore power.
Because clearly, when we'll go out onto the lake. We were talking about Barren River Lake not long ago. We'll go out into the lake and jump off the boat, swim, obviously make sure everybody's wearing their flotation devices. But that's also another area of caution, too, is because of other boaters coming around.
Well, exactly, and especially focusing on the marina. Certainly, if you're out on the water, out on the lake, and you're anchored or something and swimming, the electrical issue isn't a concern out there. It's at the marina when you're plugged into shore power. And the other issue too, though, is when concern about swimming near the dock and at the marina is. There are other boats around there too, and they're going to be looking at boats and looking at their dock, and they're not really going to be watching for a swimmer in the water that may be hard to see.
And another thing too is if somebody is in the water and they're having trouble, your first instinct is you're panicking, you want to jump in right after them and try to help them, but you say that's not necessarily the best strategy.
Yeah, if you jump in, especially in the situation when there's the electrical short in there, you may very well be the next victim. So the first thing you want to do is, of course, you always want to have a throwable device, some sort of cushion or life ring or something to throw to that person in the water first rather than immediately jumping in after them.
And then obviously take other emergency procedures as warranted in terms of having a call for help.
Oh, absolutely. Have someone call, and of course, if there's a drowning, and that's why it's important, again, talking about safety, prevention, education, knowing first aid procedures, CPR. So if you're going to have a boat and you're going to do boating, you should be aware of all those things. And take a class with the local Coast Guard Auxiliary, Power Squadron, because that's one of the things that I've always advocated is the education. It concerns me that we can have boats and not have any licensing. If you go have a car, you have to have some proficiency, but not with a boat. But we owe it to ourselves and the people around us to have that knowledge to be able to do it safely.
Another issue, too, this may seem trivial, but don't walk alone around these dock areas, too. Sometimes people just want to go for a walk, but you could slip, be gone, hit your head going off of a dock, too. I've seen it done before. People walk along, they're just not ready, or they're carrying a cooler and, in.
Yeah, there's a lot to be aware of, and because it can be a dangerous activity, a lot of fun, we all enjoy it, but, you have to be aware of your surroundings and understand these safety precautions that sometimes we may not be aware of.
Yeah, because you have strong swimmers and experienced boaters who get overconfident, and then that's when things can happen.
And even life preservers, a lot of times, they're uncomfortable, but some of the new ones are very more comfortable. They have the automatic inflatable thing, so you're not wearing the big orange thing all the time. So if you're not a strong swimmer, look into one of those.
Happy sailing this year.
Yeah.
Looking forward to sailing season.
Memorial Day weekend, all those boats will be coming out for the summer, so
It's always a
stay
busy
safe.
time.
Yeah.
You can reach Carl at the Truman Law Office. He's at 502-222-2222.
Or find them online at trumanlaw.com.
searching for a special free offer from Dr. Andrew Orden.
I spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance
What's up
of
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think San Juan. You
Yeah,
think
I was
Puerto Rico.
thinking,
Puerto Rico
yeah,
or-
totally, yeah.
No, it's I don't know how they call that. But yeah, it's
I think Northwest.
some islands, yeah, from the Pacific between Seattle, Bellingham, Washington.
Cool.
So you like drive? I mean, how do you get your boat up there, or do you get a boat once you get up there? Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you like.
No, we'll be chartering a 34.
Oh, good. So we'll talk draft
That's
and
pretty rocking there,
exhibit
brother.
at Fraser.
Sailing sounds
I
fun.
saw that.
I look like I'm 25 again. Don't we all? Every morning I put the Fill and Freeze on. The lines around my eyes are completely gone. I look 15 years younger. It gives me a lot more confidence.
Now it's your turn to see your own instant results with Fill and Freeze and pay only $39.95. But act fast because Dr. Orden is giving the first 500 callers a second full tube of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95.
With Fill and Freeze, you can
Blame's on me, and I know 2 times the shame's on me, even more. 3 times I'm on my knees, begging you for mercy, please. Yeah.
Moisturizer, a $200 value, absolutely free.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself, absolutely risk-free.
Call now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery free.
Call 1-800-578-3862 and claim your Fill and Freeze, plus over $200 in bonuses. That's 1-800-578-3862. Call now.
I'll take your word for it.
Tomorrow, the first day of the NFL draft, we're going to have all eyes to see where Teddy Bridgewater will
I'm
be going.
nervous about this because of the way some of these writers have pushed back and forth on Teddy. We know he's skilled. We know he's a great
After
guy.
he gave his mama that Escalade tomorrow, I'm all in.
Love that story.
Wasn't that the
It's a
sweetest
beauty,
thing?
yes.
It was.
And her
So-
name's Rose, and the pink and the rose
perfect.
petals. It was beautiful.
It was. It was absolutely beautiful. All right, now we're going to close out with Max Frost with Blind Fool. You can hear him later today on WFPK.
I'm a blind fool, wandering around town looking for your car. Gotta find you. Still smell you close, no, you can't be far, and I tried to. Been a couple weeks waiting for your call. I'm a blind fool. Bottom of the bottle never felt so high. One time the blame's on me, and I know 2